What actually happens when you are sick? We've all experienced it: the sore throat, the fever, the chills, the cough. Maybe it's a stomach ache, a headache, or just that all-encompassing fatigue that signals you're sick. But what does being sick really mean? Behind the symptoms that disrupt your day lies a fascinating interplay of biology, microbiology, and immunology. This article explores what actually happens inside your body when you are sick, from the first invasion of pathogens, the battle your immune system wages, and the eventual road to recovery. The invaders. Pathogens enter the body. At the heart of most sickness is a foreign invader, called a pathogen. Pathogens are microscopic organisms that cause disease, and they typically fall into 4 categories. Viruses, e.g., influenza, COVID-19, the common cold. Bacteria, e.g., Streptococcus, Salmonella. Fungi, e.g., Candida. Parasites, e.g., Giardia, tapeworms. Pathogens can enter the body in many ways: through the nose, mouth, eyes, wounds, or even insect bites. For instance, you might touch a doorknob contaminated with the virus and then rub your eyes, allowing the virus to slip past your body's first line of defense, the skin and mucous membranes. 2. The first line of defense, innate immunity. Once a pathogen gets inside, your innate immune system kicks into gear. This system is always on standby and responds quickly and non-specifically to threats. It includes physical barriers like mucus and skin, chemical barriers such as stomach acid and enzymes in saliva, white blood cells like macrophages and neutrophils that attack and engulf invaders. These defenders release signals called cytokines, which act like alarms, calling in reinforcements and triggering inflammation, your body's way of isolating and dealing with the invader. 3. Symptoms, side effects of the immune response. Here's where things get interesting. Most of the symptoms you associate with being sick, fever, fatigue, aches, swollen glands, coughing, are not directly caused by the pathogen, but by your immune response. Fever is your body's way of turning up the heat to make the environment less hospitable for the pathogen. Fatigue and aches result from cytokines altering your metabolism and encouraging rest. Coughing and sneezing help physically expel viruses or bacteria from your respiratory system. Runny nose and mucus trap and wash away pathogens. Inflammation, redness, heat, swelling, helps isolate the infected area and bring in immune cells. This collateral damage is a necessary evil. Your body is creating an environment that is hostile to invaders but can feel pretty miserable in the process. 4. The adaptive immune response, precision warfare. If the infection lingers or the innate response isn't enough, your adaptive immune system steps in. This system is slower to respond but highly specific. It uses T cells that kill infected cells directly or help orchestrate other immune responses. B cells that produce antibodies, proteins designed to recognize and neutralize specific pathogens. Once B cells recognize the invader, they clone themselves and start pumping out antibodies. These antibodies bind to the pathogen, flagging it for destruction or preventing it from infecting more cells. This part of the immune system also forms memory cells, which help you respond more rapidly and strongly if you're exposed to the same pathogen again. This is the principle behind vaccination. What about antibiotics and antivirals? When you're sick, you might take medications to help. It's important to know the difference. Antibiotics kill or inhibit bacteria, but they don't work against viruses. Overuse can lead to antibiotic resistance. Antivirals interfere with a virus's ability to replicate, but they are generally only effective early in the infection. Most of the time, for viral illnesses like colds or the flu, your body just needs rest, fluids, and time to recover. 6. Recovery and regeneration. Eventually, the immune system gains the upper hand. As the pathogen is cleared, the fever subsides. Inflammation goes down. Immune cells either die off or return to a resting state. Damaged tissues begin to repair. You start to feel better, but healing can take time, especially if the illness was severe. Fatigue can linger as your body rebuilds and rebalances. 7. Immunity and long-term effects. After an illness, your immune system often retains a memory of the pathogen. If you're exposed again, your body can launch a faster, more effective response, often without you feeling sick at all. This is called immunity. However, not all pathogens leave lasting immunity, and some, like the flu, mutate rapidly, evading past immune defenses. Some illnesses can also cause long-term effects or complications, such as post-viral fatigue, lung scarring, autoimmune reactions, long COVID symptoms. Understanding these risks underscores the importance of rest and medical care, especially when symptoms persist. 8. Prevention. Staying ahead of sickness. While sickness is sometimes unavoidable, many illnesses can be prevented through vaccination, good hygiene, e.g., hand washing, covering coughs, adequate sleep and nutrition, avoiding contact with sick individuals, safe food and water practices. Your body is a fortress, but fortresses are strongest when well maintained. Getting sick is a complex, messy, and remarkable process. What feels like chaos, fever, cough, fatigue, is actually your body's carefully coordinated defense system at work. It's a reminder of the resilience and adaptability of the human body. The next time you find yourself curled up with a blanket and a thermometer, remember, you're not just sick. You're in the middle of an epic internal battle, and chances are, your immune system is already winning.